Good morning. I'm Eugene from Associated Editors Company. I was just curious about the corporate troll that you have mentioned. Is it similar to, let's say, having a seasonal account for a call center where these trolls will be and then they can react to whatever thing? Is that what you're saying? Are the people...
We might be preempting the presentation this afternoon, no? But just quickly, when I say corporate trolls, these are organized groups that are deliberately making statements or maligning some people or some organization about that the uploaded statements that they put, whether on Facebook
Because they handle social accounts for call centers.
And it's now a deliberate, it's now part of a strategy.
Yeah, they call it a seasonal
Yeah,
account.
to counter any negative opinion or statement against the party that you are representing. It could be the corporate troll for the administration or the corporate troll for the opposition. It can go both ways.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, please.
I am not with media. My name is Said Aidaof. I am an economist by profession, and this is my observation. I hope that the unique presentation or the unique expression by the President of his ideas, not only in the present but of the future, is something that we have to think about as a blessing, because he placed the country, our people, our culture, our mode of thinking, of independence of mind, has been brought to the world open for discussion. And I think that is healthy, because we believe that all the people around the world, this is the first time that a president has, in only 100 days, able to caught the imagination of the world, the leaders, that, hey, Filipinos are as brilliant as we are, and we cannot take them for granted, and we cannot let them just mix coffee for us. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Anyone else? Yes.
May I just make a rejoinder to that? It didn't occur to me immediately, but eventually we caught the drift of what he was trying to do. And in a sense, what he's really trying to do is trying to restore a sense of dignity in being Filipino. And he just does it in a different way. But certainly he captured, I agree, he captured the imagination. But more than that, he's using his social capital. He's using his social capital in order to address that particular situation. I think it came out very clearly when he addressed the issue whether we were not afraid of losing aid if we were going to, quote-unquote, separate from the U.S. And people were so concerned about losing aid. And he addressed that. He said, why can't we be willing to suffer a little in order to get back what is truly ours, which is our sense of dignity and sense of being Filipino. So I just wanted to make a rejoinder to what you said. Yes, he has captured the imagination of much of the whole world. And, but he's also using that now, not for his own personal advancement, but for actually to bring back a sense of dignity to the Filipino as a nation and as a people. Thank you.
Anyone else? Well, I have my last question to the Secretary. As a presidential spokesperson, you have been providing some damage control, offering context and background to some of the issues the President has articulated. I was just wondering whether you offer advice to the President as to what type of messages, what type of style you should do.
Not directly. I've learned that over time, I've learned that he knows what he's doing. And yes, there are some times when you think, he's allowing his buttons to be pushed. by exposing himself to a lot more of questions. So he went through a phase where he actually distanced himself from media. And then at a certain stage, he said, kailangan din kumita yung mga taong yan. Kailangan din nila ng negosyo. So bumalik na naman siya and he allowed himself to be asked, to be questioned. And I thought that was quite admirable. And although sometimes I would really feel, pwede bang huwag ka nang magpatanong, huwag ka nang don't expose yourself to those questions, because it seemed that some media people really know what buttons to push. But I don't know if you observe in his latest latest press conference in Davao, when he just arrived from Auckland, from New Zealand. And there was a gentleman, a Caucasian gentleman, who asked certain questions that seemed like his buttons were being pushed again. But in fairness to the president, he was able to answer it without using foul language, without using dramatic language. So I've tried indirectly to pass on some comments, let's say from Filipinos abroad, but not directly. But here's what I can say. The president knows how to listen. And he does listen, and he will respond in his own time.
Yeah.
And in fact, lately it seems that he has, like the lady said earlier, his language was it was refined, in fact, and quite gentlemanly. Mm-hmm. So, have I offered? Do I offer? Not directly, but I'd rather just listen to him, and he does take cues. And in fact, that is one of the things I admire about him.
Yeah, Bong.
As I was saying earlier, and I would like again to echo what Mr. Velarde said, language is strategy. And in the work that I do as a PR person, one of the things that we bring into the practice is our ability to spot the kind of messages that we should be putting in our communications roadmap. And that is actually a deliberate work to do that. In whatever field of governance, whether it's about science and technology or education, every aspect of the life that we should be living in this country. And that's why I'd like to propose to Secretary Abella that we should, or the office should reactivate the messaging team. Because this will also lead the president into a more deliberate way of blurting out information rather than just being spontaneous. Because that can be more managed than, a surprise communique from the president during a on-the-spot press conference. And that, I think, is the responsibility of the communications office.
Yes. Okay, one very short statement, please.
I'm not a journalist, but this is my interpretation of the president's opinion. He talks starky, and he wants action and result-oriented undertakings. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, just one last question.
Well, Mr. Secretary, this is an unsolicited advice to the President. Don't change.
Thank you. Well, on that note, okay. So I hope this session has delivered some clear messages about understanding the President as a medium and a message, and we will have more of this later on. So we'd like to thank our two speakers, Secretary Abella and Mr. Osorio, for their thoughts and perspectives on our topic. So before we end, we have a special token for our two speakers.
It's an early Christmas gift, publications of AMIC. Thank you very much, Secretary Abella. Thank you, Bong Osorio. And we will now declare a short break, and maybe request our next resource persons to please join us here. Our no less than national artists, F. Shoni Jose and Professor Cunana. please join us here. And the rest, you're all invited to snacks outside. Please join us.
Pwede bang iwanan ko muna ito?
Emmy, si May we invite our national artist to join us also here in front, and even Professor Kunanan, if she's here.
Nickname po po. Ha? Isang part. Yung sunod na. Kunanan. First.
Hello.
Pwede ko bang i-check lang kung gumagana? Hindi, dapat nakatuwa.
Hello.
Pag ginagawa mo, nag-picture na.
Ha?
Hindi ka nakakuha.
Ay, hindi ko. Hindi, ang na siya. Iiwan na muna.
I like Shaila. Pound of flesh. That's my favorite Victorian pound of flesh. Of course, yes, Dominic, thank you.
Mic test.
Kasi nakakalahati lang sa ganito po.
Mic test.
Ganyan na lang, no? Hello. Hello. We will start our session in 5 minutes. May we request our colleagues to please come in and take their seats. We promise another interesting session. Please come in. Hello, please. We'll start in 5 minutes.